Okay, guys, let's make a start. So, guys, to reinforce the conversation that we had about Rasputin last week, I thought we could look at some of these images and talk about the impact that propaganda itself has on the Russian Revolution. Okay, so first of all, guys, who do we see in this image? Michael?
We see Rasputin in the background, so he seems kind of like he's controlling the whole situation from behind.
Excellent, well done. Okay, so we start to consider what we actually see. You're talking about this large looming presence of Rasputin, and how the Tsar and the Tsarina depicted. Rowan? Weak. Small. Yeah, excellent. They're seen really as puppets.
It looks like a child sitting on his lap.
Excellent. And what gives you that impression? Is it
His posture?
posture? He's sort of leaning in.
Yeah, listening to what he's going to say.
Excellent. And how would you describe his facial expression? Excellent. Well done. And what about the Tsarina? What sort of expression do we see on her face? Ollie?
Well, I was just going to comment on that. You see his hands around her because he had so much influence over her.
Excellent. Hands around her, lots of influence. But so who can describe for me the overall message that's being portrayed here? What's the overall message?
Rasputin has control.
Rasputin has control of Russia. Excellent. Okay, now how much truth do you think? Is this a fair piece of criticism? No?
Because he probably he had a fair bit of control over them, but his ultimate effect wasn't actually that great.
Okay, and Mike?
This is trying to portray him as a scapegoat for all the problems.
Excellent. So, Rasputin really does become a scapegoat, and he does become a focus of discontent. Okay, guys, I just want to quickly show you one more image, and just think about the differences between these two images. Now, what do you see in this image? So it's a photograph.
There's lots of women around him, but the men are more sort of at the back.
Excellent. So, what rumour is this fueling?
Sexual, sort of intimate, womanizing.
Excellent. So the womanising, party-going, alcoholic. Excellent. Now, is the message in this very different from the cartoon? Sam?
Well, in a way, there's a similarity because of the Tsarina and Rasputin in the other picture. Like, she's staring in his eyes lovingly, and there's that whole aspect of how he was a womanizer and how all the women loved him. But then that also talks about, there's also a big focus on like his political power and how he's in charge of the country, whereas this is just focusing on the one.
Excellent. So what rumour is this fueling?
Sexual, sort of intimate, womanizing.
Excellent. So the womanising, party-going, alcoholic. Excellent. Now, is the message in this very different from the cartoon?
And therefore propaganda gives a sort of a direct message to them.
Okay, but is it a direct message or is it somewhat?
It's implied, but the message is very much constructed to push them in a certain direction.
Okay, but are there points or certain aspects in these, or particularly in the cartoon, that are exaggerated?
Yep.
You find a lot of evidence, particularly in publications, okay, by revolutionary parties, and these sorts of images certainly, there's a lot of evidence of these images circulating the factories in pamphlet form.
Well, Rasputin was sort of later viewed as the actual reason that the reason that Russia failed, so he must have worked.
Excellent. So, and that's where this popular myth of Rasputin comes from, isn't it?
Yes.
That Rasputin was the cause of the revolution, when in fact he wasn't.